Hello, sports fans and enthusiasts. Welcome back to Campus Chronicles, Beyond the Game. I'm your host, Brian Post, and today we're diving deep into one of the most thrilling, pulse-pounding traditions in all of college football. It's a moment that transcends the game itself. A visceral eruption of energy and spirit that only the University of Wisconsin can deliver. That's right, folks. Today, we're jumping around at Camp Randall Stadium. Let's set the stage, shall we? Madison, Wisconsin, a quintessential Midwestern city where the chill in the air is met by the warm, passionate hearts of Badger fans. On game day, Camp Randall Stadium is more than a sports venue. It's a cauldron of excitement, anticipation, and sheer joy. And it all culminates at the end of the third quarter, when the unmistakable beats of House of Pains jump around surge through the speakers. But why, you might ask, is this such a big deal? Well, imagine being part of a crowd of 80,000 people, all united by a singular pulse, all bouncing, jumping, and moving to the beat. The entire stadium, built in 1917, shakes under the weight of their enthusiasm. And it is as if the stadium itself comes alive, fueled by the passion of Badger Nation. Like many great traditions, Jump Around wasn't planned. It was born in 1998 during a routine timeout in a game against Purdue. As the teams huddled and the fans waited for the action to resume, the stadium's DJ, looking for a way to energize the crowd, played Jump Around. And the reaction was immediate, electric. The entire crowd leapt to their feet, jumping and swaying in unison. What began as a spontaneous, impromptu moment quickly became a tradition that has been carried forward ever since. Think about it. In just a matter of seconds, a new chapter in Wisconsin football history was written. The crowd became part of the game, part of the spectacle, and Jump Around was etched into the very fabric of the game day at Camp Randall. Now, let's fast forward to a typical game day. You're in the stands at Camp Randall, surrounded by a sea of red and white. The game is tight. The third quarter is coming to a close, and you can feel the tension in the air. As the final seconds of the quarter tick down, there's a buzz, a growing anticipation. You look around and see fans, young and old, preparing for what's about to come. And then it happens. The first beats of Jump Around blare from the stadium speakers, and like a wave, the entire stadium rises. The energy is palpable. You feel it in your bones. You're not just a spectator. You're part of something bigger. You're jumping. You're shouting. And for those few minutes, the worries of the game melt away, replaced by pure, unbridled joy. It's impossible to not be swept up in the moment. Whether you're a student in the stands or an alum who's been coming to games for decades. Jump Around is a reminder of why we love college football. It's about community, about passion, and about being part of something extraordinary. Now, let's get into something truly fascinating. We're not just talking about figurative energy here. The jumping and sheer force of the crowd during Jump Around actually generates seismic activity. Yes, you heard that right. Seismic tremors, the kind you would associate with earthquakes. Local seismologists have confirmed that the movement of 80,000 people jumping in unison creates vibrations strong enough to be recorded on seismographs. These tremors, while not damaging, are real and measurable. It's an astonishing phenomenon. Thousands of fans united in celebration, generating enough force to make the earth move beneath them. The ground literally shakes, my friends. But this raises an important question. How does Camp Randall, a stadium built over 100 years ago, withstand such force game after game, season after season? Let's dive into the incredible engineering behind Camp Randall Stadium. Built in 1917, this iconic structure has seen countless renovations and upgrades over the years to ensure it can handle the demands of modern football. But the genius lies in how the stadium has been adapted to handle the raw, seismic energy of Jump Around. You see, engineers have implemented a number of innovative designs to absorb and dissipate the forces generated by the crowd. First, there are expansion joints strategically placed throughout the stadium. These allow the structure to flex and shift ever so slightly as the fans jump, preventing the kind of stress that could lead to damage. Think of them as pressure valves, releasing the energy in a controlled way. Then there is the use of reinforced concrete and flexible building materials that can bend under stress without cracking. The stadium's foundations are designed to distribute the energy evenly, ensuring no single area bears the brunt of the force. It's a masterpiece of engineering, really. A structure built in the early 20th century, retrofitted and reinforced to accommodate not just the game, but the raw, unrelenting energy of the fans. The result? Camp Randall remains a fortress, standing tall and strong, despite the literal shaking it endures every game day. The architects and engineers behind its design deserve as much credit as the players on the field, for they've ensured that this grand old stadium can continue to host this incredible tradition for generations to come. Let's not forget the impact that Jump Around has on the players. Imagine you're on the field. You've been grinding through 3 tough quarters of football, battling your opponent, feeling the weight of the game. And then, as the third quarter ends, you look up at the stands and see 80,000 fans jumping. shouting and showing their support. It's impossible to not be inspired by that kind of energy. For the players, Jump Around is more than just a moment of entertainment. It's a jolt of adrenaline, a reminder that the entire stadium is behind them. It's the push they need to dig deep and give everything they've got in the final quarter. Many players have spoken about how Jump Around fuels their performance. It's a moral booster, a source of motivation, and in some cases, the turning point in the game. When the crowd is with you, when the stadium is literally shaking with energy, it's hard not to rise to the occasion. Over the years, Jump Around has become more than just a tradition. It's a rite of passage for Wisconsin fans. I've spoken to students who remember their first time experiencing it, wide-eyed and amazed by the sheer power of the moment. I've talked to alumni who make the pilgrimage back to Camp Randall just to feel that surge of energy again. For many, it's the highlight of the game, a moment of pure fun that transcends the final score. These personal stories reflect the deep connection that fans feel to the University of Wisconsin and to each other. Whether you're jumping in the student section or in the stands with your family, Jump Around is a celebration of Badger pride and community. It's a moment where everyone is united, bouncing to the same beat, fueled by the same love for the game. And so we conclude our journey through the history, the science, and the sheer joy of Jump Around at the University of Wisconsin. It's a tradition that embodies everything we love about college football. A celebration of community, energy, and the shared experience of being part of something bigger than ourselves. As we prepare to move on to our next adventure, sailing with the Vol Navy at the University of Tennessee, let us take a moment to appreciate the power of traditions like Jump Around. Whether you're jumping in the stands or watching from home, remember, these moments are what make college football so special. This is Brian Post signing off from Campus Chronicles Beyond the Game. Until next time, keep jumping, keep cheering, and keep celebrating the stories that make sport unforgettable. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to like, review, and share it with a friend or fellow sports fan. Your support keeps us exploring these legendary traditions week after week. Campus Chronicles Beyond the Game is a JourneyWise Studios production. Music by Shane Ivers, Silverman Sound.